I just decided to do a different background. That's my favorite game on my camera. Every time I did it sideways, it didn't look right, so I'm having my phone standing straight up while I'm doing this. Maybe that's right, maybe that's wrong. I don't know. Y'all gotta tell me how it looks. I don't know what the deal is, but so figure instead of my favorite some cards, favorite movie, my favorite wrestler, and my favorite video game. That one or Fallout New Vegas. I probably spent the most amount of time in. That one's probably pushing 800 something hours total. Witcher 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 3 are probably kind of pushing about 1,000 hours a piece. But that one, well, no, this one's got more time. Those probably combined probably 1,000 hours a piece, or 1,000 hours total for the two games, 500 something hours a piece. But I was going through some of my cards, and I was like, trying to think of the ones that I really, really loved that I pulled. And besides some of the Maverick ones, I'm not really sure how many of these I actually love. So I'm just going to go through and show the stars slash, these are the veterans. I'll do the rookie boxes and show all the rookies that I pulled here in a bit. Or maybe, but, so, I'm like, am I just throwing money down for cards I want, and should I just go back to buying singles like before I started? I used to start doing this during my Bell days. I have to go back and check, but point is like, I don't keep throwing money away, except for if I'm chasing a set. So, but to go and look at a couple of these cards and be like, I don't know. But so, I'll show you all the autos. Out of the these are non-rookie autos that I've pulled that I have. Do I have any? I got some Maverick. I got Justin. I got some Maverick shit that I'll show some other time. But so the first one that these are all my cards that I don't really care for. Well, just they're all the other non-Maverick cards. I got this in one of my cornerstones, Joe Smith Foundation. Wasn't happy with that. I got a Lonnie Walker. And I just got that one in my rookie section, but this is the Joe Smith. This is Andrew Wiggins that I pulled. Relic base. None of these relics are numbered, I believe. That's not numbered. That's not numbered. De'Aaron Fox, I actually love De'Aaron Fox. I was hoping the Mavericks were getting. Lakers and 76ers probably both wish they took him instead of De'Aaron Fox and instead of Marco Fultz and Lonzo Ball. So I love that one. I actually love David Robinson. That's a great one. I like this card. I like David. I like David Robinson. Even as a Maverick fan, the Admiral. This is my favorite center that ever played on a Texas team. Came on Elijah won. Tyson Chandler won a championship with my Mavericks, so I can say he's probably my favorite, but the best is obviously Elijah one. And then probably Robinson. I still count Duncan as a 4 because that's what he played the majority of the time. So yeah, Karl Malone, the all-time leading scorer. I like John Stockton, and this is one I'm not mad at because all these Prism ones came out of I sent somebody the LeBron James one. Oh yeah, that Great Lakes breaks, Jake. But anyway, so at the Rockets, Jazz, pull this out of a blaster, Royce O'Neal. And this is one of my cornerstone signatures, Kenny Anderson. He was okay, played an all-star game. This was my first, the Raptors won a championship, but Jerome Williams, and I don't think anybody was ever asking for this, but Cornerstone decided to sign him to a contract thing. He's an all-star, and he's actually probably the best player of the Prism autographs that I actually got, besides one of the rookie autos. So there's Michael Adams. Still not super happy with it, but I mean, it's an auto. There's Denver. He's a good player. He was a solid player back in those days, playing with Fat Lever and Alex English and all them. There's another Nugget, Trey Lyles. He's the only active besides the last guy, which I hate. So Trey Lyles. Eric Snow. He was the point guard on the AI teams that made it to the playoffs when they had Theo Ratliff and Aaron McKee and Dikembe Mutombo. And who else was on those teams? He's just pretty much the main players on those teams. And this bastard, former Nugget, former choker. And then I got these two out of the Panini Threads this year, Aaron Bynes and the Damian Jones. Yeah, that's just regular Threads. So those were the quote-unquote, the hits that I pulled out of the boxes. Out of the blasters, I'm not mad at the relics because on Prism, you out of 20, you're getting about, if you get in the cases I've watched, out of 20 blasters, you only get about 2 autos. So, not so mad about that. Let's see, who's that? Okay, that's. Put that down. Where's my other set? Oh, they're down here. Okay, so this one I'm actually pretty happy with. Out of 99. Light blue cracked ice. The Joker. He's an unlisted semi-star or unlisted star, so he's not technically. This card's only worth $8. But that's the current thing. After this playoff run in the season, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be. Well, let's see what they had him as. 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 18 points. So he was a star. They still had him as a semi-star. So I don't know if he's gonna get moved into that listed area after this year, or when the new Beckett's finally decide to come out and put him in there, or if he ever decides to move him up, or they decide to move him up from that unlisted or semi-star status. I just did the finger quotes. This was my base insert of the Anthony Davis New Laker Revolution in my Revolution box. Wish it was some kind of Astro groove or something, but it's just the base. The fast break, they call these the donuts in the baseball. I'm watching somebody and I told them I didn't know what they were called. I had to look it up. But so fast break in basketball, donuts in baseball. Anthony Davis pink pulsar type thing out of the optic mega box or some bullshit like that. And then we got the purple team fractions, which gone and gaunt Bucks, Lakers, and then he'll probably get traded because he's a little bit older and they're going to use movement. I'd be surprised if the Pelicans actually end up trading that 4th pick. Because they could probably package that 4th pick Andrew Holiday. I know they're talking about packaging the 4th and the other Laker picks to bring back an all-star, but caliber player. But if you're building young with Lonzo, Brandon, Josh, Zoe, you might as well use that 4th pick. Pick up I don't know if you want to pick up a Darius Garland, even though he's probably the next best player, but because you have Lonzo, but Lonzo can't shoot. Lonzo can defend and he can pass, but he can't shoot. So maybe you play them both in the backcourt and you play, I don't know, Garland kind of like a Damian Lillard or a Monte Ellis type. But so there's the team fractions. Then I got this Fantasy Stars Anthony Davis. It's just a base insert, but I wasn't. Oh yeah, that's what I kept noticing too. A lot of his cards were number 1 on the inserts. That's number 20, but that's number 1. That's number 1. Anyway, but so yeah, I just kept it in there because I don't know. And this is when I started buying these NBA hoops, the first this is the person that had like a rainbow foil, I guess you would call it. Topps calls it, or a little shiny part, because the rest of it's kind of flat. Pulled this 80 out of 75 with threads. I pull a lot of 80s. That's why I say always pull him. And I pulled this out of 25 Mojo, out of that Prism box that I got the good autos in, or at least one good auto. Kevin, yeah, 2 good autos. Well, 1 decent auto, not going to say good, but decent, and 1 meh, but a high numbered or a low numbered meh. DeMarcus Cousins, Warrior, but this was when he was in the Pelicans. Got a 149. I try to keep them team organized in my little boxes, just for whatever reason. So, I mean, every time he pulled an AD at that time, I wasn't too pissed until he demanded the trade, and then now he's a Laker, so his cards might actually go up value-wise. But from a manhood standpoint, I just don't like being demanded trades and go to other teams whenever you have a chance to play with the #1 overall pick, who's a younger Zion. So you're gonna have Zion. You could have had Zion as your teammate a lot longer than you could have had LeBron. So, whatever. These unbreakable things, he's not worth much. It's like a $2 card. This is the Astro Revolution I pulled out of that box. I pull a lot of John Walls too. As you'll see, my box is not that big of these veteran or these star insert type things that I get, but they're all mainly the same players. So if you're a John Wall fan, I got you covered. You want to do some kind of trade? There's a prism. Lock it up. Silver. There's a silver prism I got a second of, but I just kept it in the box because maybe he comes back after his reconstructive surgery on his mega max deal, 43 million or whatever, and plays like the old John Wall. Who knows? Red cracked ice John Wall. The green fraction elite series John Wall. Okay, so we get into Boston stuff. Okay. I guess I took most of the Kyrie stuff out. Jaylen Brown out of 75, just like the AD. Kyrie silver hoops thing. Okay, kind of like the AD one. And then I got a Porzingis, which was crazy because I was like, I only got two, but he became a Maverick like right after I pulled. So I want either one of these. It's kind of weird. And I heard J.R. Smith moved to Dallas, so that makes me nervous because I pulled so many of his cards. Like, I feel like he's linking metaphysically to me. He knows I'm pulling him, so he's like, he's going to try to come to Dallas, resurrect his career, and I don't know. But please stay the fuck out of Dallas. Grant Hill, I'm just playing. If you can still play. No, you can't still play. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Grant Hill, old school, Collector's Choice Super Action Stick'ems. I've had this when I was a kid. Now Ivan Anderson had as a kid, so those aren't really something I pulled. Zach LaVine. Pull a lot of Laurie Markkanens again. Still, that's just a fast break. Those Jordans I had as a kid, not very many. A lot of these my cards as a kid got stolen or thrown away by my mom for not listening or not paying attention or not doing stuff I was told to, so she would make me pay about throwing my shit away. These Dario Saric, he's not great, but he was a blue or whatever it is. So I was like, he's this pink and then two Wolves. He's the star on their team. He's that. This True Towns had as a kid, and so those weren't really anything. Pulled that Tim Duncan. That's just a $2 card, but I like Tim Duncan, even though I'm a Mavericks fan. He beat my Mavericks, but he was always classy. Real all-time great. David Robinson, just a high court insert from back in the day. Full court trap from back in the day that I pulled. Back in the day, starting to get in some Raptors. My set that I had. Okay, I know that. Okay, one moment, guys. So, the Raptors that I've earned so far, these are kind of the Raptor section that I've pulled. Ibaka, champion now, at a 199. One old Tops tip-off, Vince Carter. Not worth really much. Flare Game Time, Vincent Revolution, inaugural campaign. 1 of 15. Okay, when it says 1 of 15, that's not. There's only 15 of these. That's 1 of 15 in the set of the Vince Revolutions. And if you ever see something that says like okay, this is one of those collective predictor cards. Okay. So this is an insert that you would have to like follow the player in your predictor. Can see if he so if he would have got 35 points within a certain time frame, you send the card in the mail with some money or a money order, and they send you back some kind of rare insert like my Jordan one that I passed up real fast. Probably could have sent that in, but when I was a kid, I didn't want to give up my Jordan card. I was young. I didn't know what was going on. It was one of my Star Forces, or the only Star Force I have, but I just like that insert from back in the day. It wasn't a refractor or anything. Real rough. You can tell how long I've had it. Finally put in the top side, but alright, there's my Kawhi. Him in the Dazzle or Sparkle, whatever they call it. Pascal Siakam. I don't care for these refractors, but it's whatever. And then you got Baron Davis. You got a Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker base Revolution. Pull a lot of Kembas. You don't, and I mean mainly there's a lot of base Kembas that I've pulled that I've given away. I don't know what Blake Griffin's doing in the middle of the Detroit thing when he should be next to Grant Hill. So there's a $2.99 Blake. LeBron, purple status symbols. I think that's like a $12 card, according to Beckett. But you know the prices are never the same. Laker Dazzle, at the home or the away jersey. I don't really follow Lakers, so whatever that is. There's a yellow Laker, but the atomic LeBron James. There's just a base Kobe, just because it's Kobe. There's a Shaq out of $2.99, right? Because the Blake was $2.99. Yep. There's a Shaq Millennium. That's probably my most valuable Shaq card, and it's only like $15. That's one from back in the day. With basketball players, unless it's a Maverick card, I usually try not to go out of the way and buy their stuff, because it's more like I'll just pull whatever I pull. I don't even like financially chase the players I'm fans of. Oh, there's some more Lakers. Forgot how many of these bastards there are. Not a little bit more. There's a Timberwolves that should be way up with the Timberwolves. So there's Kyle Kuzma, who didn't get traded, so that was cool. This is an old Kobe. Flair Ultra. Changed the game Kobe. I think that's my most valuable Kobe, and it's not even worth that much. Like $10. It's like a $6 card. Kobe. Game to remember. Out of those ugly ass hoops of that year, that's the only valuable one I pulled. There's a base Kobe Express Lane. There's a Brandon Ingram who got traded to the Pelicans. One of those ugly ass hyper things. And there's Kobe base. Yeah, that should be with the Timberwolves. I got the John Stockton and then Michael Finley and everything else, and that's Kevin Garnett's Talking Hoops, the Bill Walton series out of 30, one for each team. Where he says something nice about the players. Into this thing. I've had that forever. These are my favorite inserts from the gold label. My favorite's the Michael Finley, and I just keep this. He's not a star, and he was a major bust, but I just like the card. Stupid reason. Damian Lillard. This was the Groove. This was the Impact. I wish I could have got I don't know. But that's a pretty cool thing. And it's kind of cool. You got the teammates together, and I got the teammates in that same box. And there goes anyway, Pete Maravich, Red, White, and Blue. John Collins, Astro. Then there's a James Harden Dazzle in motion. Chris Paul All Day Fast Break. And these two motherfuckers are starting to hate each other. It seems like, but they can't be traded because they signed terrible contracts. Clint Capella, 1 out of 85. That's cool, getting the first one out of a whatever print. I've never gotten number 1 of it, so that's kind of cool. He'll be traded, probably to the maybe to the Mavericks, which would, we don't need him as much as we need a point guard. Zach Richardson. One more wing players. Whoever this guy is, out of 79. Namija Helajinkit. Oh yeah, Crystal. That's what sucked. Is like my Crystal was a player I've never heard of who got 6.8 points a game, 4.1 rebounds for the Timberwolves the year before this card. They got a 28 of 139 on the J.R. Smith. And this is my only J.R. Numbered card of the box. I still get mad about that. Out of 75. This son of a bitch. No offense, I don't know you, but your cards suck. I hate pulling them. Mark saw before the Raptors trade, or a couple years ago. So those are the base stars. I'll do the rookie some other time, but I'm about to go to bed. Gotta work 14 hours tomorrow, but I was just going. Oh, hold on, shit, I'm not done. Almost thought I was. All right, last one. These are there's a green Kevin Durant for the green. That's actually going for a set, but I just got it in here till now because I'm going to need a second binder to put all the green prism inserts and all that shit in. And I'm probably going to need a second binder. Obviously, I'm going to need a second binder for the silver version of all the inserts. So, to go along with the base sets. So, yeah. There's a purple fractions of the Warriors who... These two will be back and healthy. Durant might or might not, and if he does, it'd be a year later, or half a year later, or a quarter year, however long year later. Steph Curry's second year card. Well, because these cards happened after their season, or during, I don't know. Because 2012, August, alright, so, yeah. Technically third year card, I guess. Steph Curry. Dazzle. Just a base automatic. But if you look how similar his shooting form is, you can see why it's so accurate. Paid on them for front running and doing all that stuff with the Kevin Durant, which was bullcrap, signing him or trying to go out and get him. Ruining the competitive balance in my eyes for 4 years until the injury and karma just caught up with them for trying to make it easy for themselves. Monopolize the league, but yeah, he's good. All day Seth Prism silver. That'll have to go into the binder as well, like the KD. Giannis Dazzle. Giannis Dazzle in motion. I call him Dazzle or Sparkle, whatever y'all want to call him. Here's the pink status symbol. Had that since I was a kid. Blue Chris Middleton. Ruby Rave or Red Wave or whatever they call this. Non-numbered. I hate the non-numbered parallels. They put so many of them there, like the prison, whatever that. Hyper Prism or whatever it's called. It's just ridiculous. The greens, the whatever you want to call it. Alright. As far as the prism sets, you got the blue non-numbered, you got this non-numbered, you got this. So just put a number on them and let's go. Ben Simmons. Okay, that's Clippers and that's Jazz out of 49. So out of 49 is quartz. So the 75 is crystal, the 49 is quartz. Ricky Rubio, 4 Generals, and a Donovan Mitchell Donuts. I could put this next to the Jason Kidd. That one's behind this one, and this is that's my boy. I didn't show any of his because I ain't really pulled any of his recently. But that's an atomic refractor. Anyway, so those are that. Yeah, I would love to do. Thanks for watching. I still don't feel like I've gotten big time value outside of, and I don't mean value as in selling or making a lot of money or trying to get rich off them, but to at least feel like you haven't gotten ripped off. You know what I'm saying? Every time, so At least buying singles, you can pick your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Whether you agree to it or not. Like, I've been buying, obviously, if y'all seen the Bell Day videos, tons of Pablo Lopez cards. And I could probably get so many for the price of a hobby box. But I'm going to finish the Gypsy Queen, and then I'm going to move on to Bowman and Top Series 2. And Top Series 2 is just specifically to chase a handful of players. Off the top of my head, 3. So, the dad, the son, and Lopez. And they're numbered, if there's any numbered variations. I've only seen the Vladdy Jr. Non-listed numbered card, and then the Vlad Sr. variant, or short print, or whatever it is, where he's signing autographs in the Expos uniform. Expos uniform. So, but the Pablo Lopez has shit tons. I already ordered the gold. I got a black, and then I need to get the blue, and then just the base white. I need some other ones I don't want to mention because then the prices go up. They're already starting to go up a little bit. I already feel like I jinxed myself talking about them. Not that I'm in particular responsible for the price increases in his cards, but they are starting to climb. And while you look at them now, they're still very, very cheap. It's just a matter of time before they get over. And this is a 26-minute video, so that's probably too much. But, alright guys, later.